Hello there guys, and welcome to Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Let's get straight to the point. This is my 2000th subscriber milestone video. It's turning into a bit of a tradition these days. Whenever I hit a noticeable landmark or milestone, I'll pop out a Roller Coaster Tycoon video. It's to say thanks for you guys and the support you've given me over the last 10 months or so in helping me to grow this channel, and it's also an excuse for me to do a bit of a vlog about what is going to be going on with the channel over the coming month or two. Let's get straight back into career mode. We are 5.56% of the way through. Now, we did actually get a gold on the previous scenario, so we are moving on to the second, which is Gold Rush. Now's your chance to hit pay dirt by using this unstable, abandoned mining area to showcase low-rise coasters. Over time, your coasters must start to make up in adrenaline what they lack in height, so keep calm stalked with visitors. Keep you clam stacked with visitors. Wow, eyes. Okay, so we don't have a saved game to go into. We are going to start a new one. So let's have a quick look at what we need to do here. To get Apprentice, we need to have 2 coasters with a minimum excitement of 3 and 2 coasters with a minimum length of 305 meters. I'm not sure if that's each or combined, but at least it means you guys are going to get to see me actually having to build coasters. Total monthly ride income £300. That shouldn't be too difficult. To hit Entrepreneur, we need to repay a loan, and the total monthly ride income needs to be £500. And to hit Tycoon, we need 3 coasters with a minimum excitement of 4, minimum length of 370 meters, and a total monthly ride income of £700. So that could be quite interesting. Let's have a look and see what we actually have here. How much room do we have for a start? Well, we've got quite a bit of room, but it's a very weird layout and shape to the park. We're really going to have to economise and make as much use of the space we have available. Looks like we've got quite a lot of theming here, which is all stuff we could destroy and make room of. We'll leave it there for now. I don't intend to destroy any of this stuff until we actually need to. Is this actually a ride? It looks like it is. What do we have here? The Mineshift Screamer. Why is it closed? Let's get it open. If it's a ride, let's have it open. What other rides do we have in here? We also have this thing. And what is this? This is the Dynamite Danger. Well, let's get that open as well. Are we actually charging money for people to get on any of these? Let's have a look. We need music for these. Not sure if we've got any that specifically suit it, to be honest. Let's just go for Buccaneer. Are we charging money for people to get on? The mission price £2. Let's jack that up straight away. Let's have a look at this one as well. Let's get that up to £2.50 if we can start making money. Oh, and that actually has music going on it as well. Now, what about this roller coaster? Very old rickety wooden coaster. Let's have a look at that. Oh, that's just the building. Can I actually click on the coaster? This is one of the things I like about Roller Coaster Tycoon. You can actually build bits of scenery and cover ride entrances. It's actually quite cool just how much detail you can go into to theme the park. I actually quite like that. Let's have a look at the ride price for this one. £6.50. I think that is fair. Let's get the ride open, and hopefully we'll get some people starting to go on that. Looks like quite an interesting and exciting coaster. I guess we're limited to the height we can use, and that's the idea why we have bits of the park that sink down into the ground, so we can actually use low coasters. We'll have a ride on that one just as soon as it gets enough people on to actually start off. So, while we're just waiting for that ride to get going, what are my goals for the next month or so probably on the channel? Well, first of all, let's talk about the Let's Plays. Currently still working my way through Sleeping Dogs, although that is now very, very close to the end. There are only about 5 or 6 missions left, and if I can get around 1 per video done, that's going to be 6 videos, so in approximately 2 weeks' time, we should be finished with Sleeping Dogs. Once that's done, I will most likely restart Batman Arkham City, and I'm not going to restart from scratch, obviously. It will just carry on from where it left off. One of the main reasons why I decided to stop and put it on hold was because I figured it was very, very similar to what I was doing already with Sleeping Dogs, and I didn't want to end up having two Let's Plays going on at the same time that were very, very similar. So that will then be up on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and therefore it will be 3 a week instead of 2 like it was running before. Another game I've got in the pipeline which I'm quite excited to do, actually. It's another game that I had when it came out on the PS3 and completed it. It's a few years old now, and that is Ghostbusters, the video game, by Atari as well, I think. Came out in late 2008, early 2009. Third-person shooter of sorts. As far as a third-person shooter goes, not exactly the best game, you know, it's mediocre at best, but the thing that makes it such an enjoyable game to play, and I think to watch as well, is first of all, it's voiced by the original cast from the Ghostbusters movies. It's also written by Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis, who were Ray and Egon in the movie, and they're the writers of the original movies as well. So what you've essentially got is, that's quite a good coaster actually, what you've essentially got is a game that is based on a movie franchise that is written by the original writers, that is voiced by the original actors, and the story is absolutely great, because not only does the story take you to some of the famous locations and allow you to participate in some recreations of the famous battles in the 2 Ghostbusters movies, but it actually creates a whole third new story and ties everything together. This game essentially could be Ghostbusters 3. It was one of those story-driven games that just compelled me to do it from start to finish, because it was such a brilliant story. I just had to keep going through. Let's just have a very quick look at this and get our details from it. Where are we? Not guest thoughts, graphs. That's the one I wanted. Excitement, 6.69. Well, at least we've got one roller coaster there that does the job. Do we have the length, speed results, force results, drop results? Ride length, 640 meters. So even though we've got to have 2 coasters that meet the requirements, we've already got one of them. That's absolutely fine. Let's start having a look at some other rides. So they're my basic plans for the Let's Plays going forward. Let's look at staff actually, make sure we've got enough people to keep this park maintained. That's visitors, that's staff. So yeah, we've got a parking inspector, that is no good. We're going to need at least a couple of janitors just to keep all the sick and crap swept up off the floor. Can I not drop you there? Oh no, because that's an actual ride. There we go, put you there. We are going to need couple of mechanics. Don't need an animal keeper at the moment. Yeah, so we'll have another mechanic, we will have 1 security person, and we will have 1 entertainer, and we'll sort them all out later on. So let's look at the rides. What can we put in? I guess really what we need to do is concentrate on coasters. That's what we're actually aiming towards doing. So how much money have we got? Well, we've got some. I suppose I have to be a bit careful here. And why is there a random guy there? That's very interesting. Comes with the scenery, obviously. New attraction, Lazy River. Is that going to be a new coaster? Sounds like it could be. Let's have a quick. Let's just close that and go back into coasters. Is that there? Cannot see it. Junior rides, thrill rides. I guess we could put some of these in. Anything that will give us a little extra money. Wild West Show, a Western Wheel. Got to have one of those. Got to have one of those, surely. And I guess, you know, there's plenty of places where we could actually put them in, because we can't get a roller coaster in here, can we? So let's pop that in here, and we can join that up with the other rides. That is going to be our entrance on this side. Mineshaft Screamer is still broken. Well, there is a mechanic. Hopefully he can fix it. Let us do that. Let us find our path tool. Obviously, I need to get my channel's landmarks closer together, because the problem I have at the moment is it takes me so long in between these videos, I forget how the game works. Why have I just done that? It's a flat level ground, almost. Are they going to join up? Do we think they're going to join up? Do they look like they're going to join up? That looks like it could join up. It's always the tricky thing when the terrain isn't level. Can we go down this? Yeah, there we go. That works. We'll leave that bit of terrain as is. Actually, I won't leave that bit of terrain as is because now it's just upsetting me. Where are we? Smooth terrain, and we want the smaller brush as possible, like 1 block. There we go. That's sorted, and we need to connect up a path as well. So we're going to have to get rid of that. Means I need the right tools. Got to put a queue in. Let's go for these western ones. Let's get rid of that. So yes, what was I rambling on about? Stuff about stuff. Can we connect that there? Yes, we can. There's a lamp in the way, but let's do that. Awesome. Okay, let's get this open. Come on, controls. Right, where are we? What are we doing? We want to have it open straight the way. We want to put it up to £2 because we need to make our money back on it. And it's going round already. That's not too bad. And do we have any music on it at all? Come on, where's music? I can never remember which buttons it is on this thing. There we go, no music. What are we going to have? Oh, I have no idea. Do we have anything that's a little, you know, sort of Western? Not particularly. Oh well, it'll do. Mineshaft Screamer has been fixed, thankfully, at last. So, what else am I going to cover? Well, I still want to try and keep on with reviews and critique. I know there haven't been very many on the channel at the moment, but I don't want to just keep covering the same old games that everybody else is covering. 2 things that I will very hopefully be covering in the near future. One is Space Hulk, and I have spoken to the developers, and I may well be in line to get a review copy of the game. Hopefully I will, because it is due out in about a week's time. It's probably unlikely that I'm going to get a copy before it's released, but it would be nice to get one all the same. At least that way I can cover it. Not sure whether or not that will turn into anything more than just being a review, but we'll have to see how it goes. Secondly, I've spoken to 2K about getting my hands on a review copy for the Bureau, XCOM Declassified. And again, no guarantees that I'll get a copy. Even if I do, it's very unlikely to be before launch. I will probably still actually get the game one way or another. And as well as doing a little review, first impressions on it, I will most likely also turn it into a Let's Play as well, because I think that's going to be quite an interesting game. When I first saw it, when it was first being advertised, before they scrapped it and kind of started again, and it just looked like being a relatively bog standard first person shooter. It didn't seem like it was going to be anything special, and it kind of made a little bit of a mockery of the XCOM brand. But now that they've changed it and the way that it is more squad based, even though it's still a sort of a third person shooter, it's got some squad based tactics involved in it, and I think that's actually quite a nice little touch. So I'm very, very interested in looking at that. I really need to start thinking about building a new coaster here. Now, the question is, how much money can we budget for one, and where would be a good place to put one? Bear in mind, if we want to get the gold, we're going to need 3 coasters, so we don't want to take up all of our space. I guess we could get another coaster around here at the back, and then we could have... Well, this is probably going to be room for a coaster here. Of course, we can buy more space for the park. You know, that is something that we are allowed to do. And a lot of this space here is just theming with these fences and stuff. So we could get rid of a lot of this. Nice big open space here. This might be ideal for a coaster. So I think we'll start having a look at that. So let's see what we can have. Obviously, we don't want to have anything that's terribly expensive. But also, we don't want to have anything that is terribly boring either. Mine Train Coaster. Is that the one we've already got? I think that's a Mine Train Coaster, isn't it? Is it the wooden one? Let's have a look at the Are there any pre-done designs for that one? Where are we? mine train coaster. No pre-done designs. Can have a mini coaster, suspended coaster. Let's go for an inverted shuttle coaster, just because we can. So let us actually build our first coaster. Hopefully I can fit it in. So we start off with our station track. Let's put the first piece here. And then we can continue to build this along. Now the best way of doing it is with these buttons down here on the left hand side, because you can put in your curves or go straight. You can change the incline, you can put chain lifts in, you can tilt the coaster from side to side, and you've got all these extra little things you can put in, like corkscrews and that kind of stuff. So we want to... Oh, no, it's taken out the... Didn't want to do that. Need to go back. Let me go back. Let's undo what I've done. Can never remember this. Always confuses me. Not rotate, construction... Which key is it? Is it just the delete key? Right, let's get rid of the whole thing. Start again. Easiest way of doing it. Okay, back into coasters. Which one was it? Was an inverted... Was it the inverted coaster? I think it was the... no, it was inverted shuttle, wasn't it? Oh, I don't know. Inverted coaster, inverted shuttle coaster. Let's just go for the inverted coaster, actually. That sounds like it's going to be much more fun. So... there is our first piece of station there. And then we want to put in our second. Yes, station track. Oh, there's the delete key there. Demolish current item. Okay, so straight track, station track. There we go. So station. No, it's taking station out again. Ah, why are you doing this to me? Stop it. Please, stop it. We want station. How do I make more station? This is why I normally just build the pre-built coasters. Straight track. No, we want station. Ah! Where's it gone? That's lift hill. Lift chain. Brakes, photo, station. There we go. Strange little button there. Right, how much room have we got? Fair bit of space. So what we're going to have to do now is go into an incline, and we're going to have to put a chain on this as well, because obviously we need to get some height. You can't have a very, very steep slope with the chain, unfortunately, so let's build up as much as we can. Got to keep one eye on the money, because obviously each individual section of track is going to cost us. Let's keep it going up. Now, obviously, we can't build outside the confines of the park, but you can build over the top of paths and other rides to a degree. So what we are going to do is take a right turn. We are, going to take a right turn into a bit of a flat track. No, we're going to have to do it this way. Go into a flat track there. Then we need to go into a bit of a downward slope, and then we are going to go into a curve. It doesn't particularly like a curve quite like that, so let's do a bit of a tighter one. We're going to continue to go down, carry on with that curve. We could go very, very steep there. That would get a lot of speed up, wouldn't it? Let's go into... what do I want to do? I think I want to go steep and go down, and then go into another tight curve. So let us do that, and then let us start to straighten it back up again, because we don't want people smashing into the ground, because that does tend to upset people. We're actually channeling into the ground. This is another cool thing that you can actually do as well. You can actually make tunnels into the ground. You can even put the ride under the ground. You can make a tunnel and make the roller coaster go through it, which is quite a cool thing. So we're going to do that. Then we're going to come back up quite steep. Hopefully we'll have enough speed by here to maintain the momentum. You don't really need to put another chain lift on there, because hopefully it'll still have enough speed to keep it going, and that will get us back up to some height. Going to put a bend in, get it going in that direction. we will put it down a little bit as well. Try and keep it moving. Let us go into a bit of a steeper drop. And then let's see. I'll just start to straighten it out again there. Go straight. Right, let's turn it around. It's going to be a bit of a weird shape, but that doesn't matter because that's part of the fun. Right, let's straighten it up. And let us curve around to the right this time. Another curve, I think. Yep, let's get that bit in. Right, what shall we have here? What we like money-wise. 6,800. Still going good so far. Not sure how much speed we're going to have by the time we hit there. We could put in an inverted corkscrew. It could be quite interesting. Put the corkscrew in. And the second half of the corkscrew. Go back into a straight. Hopefully we'll still have some speed and momentum there after the corkscrew. We can always put another chain lift in if we need to, but I don't think we're going to have to do that right now. Actually, yes, let's do that. Let us have another chain lift section. Right, now we can't build any further there because we're actually outside of the park ground. So let us go back one. I'm going to need to flatten that out and curve it. But that's still going uphill, which is no good. So let us delete another piece, flatten that out, straight track, tight curve, tight curve. Then we are going to drop down. Oh, that's good. We could go under there. That might work. So we're going to put that in. Obviously, we could go under the ground here, but I don't think I want to. Well, again, I could... Yeah. Only problem I'm going to have here is the path, of course, which is a bit of an issue. Can we put a curve in here? We could go right under the ground. Decisions. See, I could go underground here. The chances are then it's just going to end up... Decisions. Okay, let's go back a couple of pieces. Let us make that slope not quite so violent, I think. So we want that corner in there, and then we want a more gentle slope. Yeah, there we go. And then we can turn back this way. A little bit close to the station, isn't it? But not terribly, because we can go back up again there and have a straight piece of track. Now, what could we put in here? We could have a... do we want a bank curve, corkscrew, S-bend? If we actually have an S-bend in this direction, we can take it away from the station a little bit. And let us put a couple of twists in there. Is it not going to let us have another one for some reason? Yep, it does. That's fine. Back into a straight track. Now I've got to make sure that I leave myself enough room to be able to reconnect to the station at some point. So let's have a little uphill section. Hopefully we'll have enough speed to maintain this. That's probably not going to work though, so we will flatten it off there. This is going to be a very, very expensive roller coaster, isn't it? And it all seems to be right-hand turns as well. So let's curve around here as much as we can. Let's put that curve in. Let's go straight. Let us have another little chain lift section in there. Straighten out again. Go into a... are we going to get that in? No, because we're going to go outside the park again. We can do that one, though. Let's do that into a downwards slope if we can. And then we need to start thinking about switching it back and getting to the station again. So there's a tight turn. And we need to go down a little more. Then straighten out. Then this might actually line up. Needs... Oh, no, that was wrong. Let's get rid of that. That bit we do want. Left turn. Need a straight piece. And we need to go down a little bit, I think. Then we need to turn to the left again. But we need to go straight. So, straight piece, left turn. Okay, now that looks like it's not going to work, but we can use an S-bend. Are we going to line up with that? Straight piece. Yes, brilliant. Well, at least it all connects together. That is the important thing. We need a ride entrance and a ride exit, which we will connect up shortly, because what we need to do is we need to give it a test and make sure that it's going to get all the way around. I'm not convinced, because I know roller coasters on the first attempt usually don't work, especially knowing my luck. So while that's going round, what else are we going to do? Minecraft Feed the Beast. I'm going to be continuing with my tutorial series. I am going to be switching over to Unleashed. Currently I've been doing Feed the Beast Ultimate, which is now a little bit sort of outdated. It's been discontinued because of problems with Red Power 2 and some incompatibilities, which means I am going to have to swap over to a different mod pack, and I'm going to do Feed the Beast Unleashed. I'm going to still do the next few videos on my Ultimate World, because it will take me a bit of time to get the new world up and running. It gets really slow right there, but it still keeps going. Yeah, there's still a few more relevant machines and things that I can cover in Ultimate, so I'll carry on doing that while I'm getting the new world ready for Unleashed, and then I can carry on doing tutorials for the newer mod packs. Also, I intend at some point to start doing a survival series, but it's not something I want to do solo. I'm trying to bully one of my friends into helping with me with that one. Hopefully that will work out. But yeah, the important thing for me at the moment is to be able to keep the How to Feed the Beast series going. I know a while back I did start a series called The Magic of Feed the Beast, where I was experimenting with Thaumcraft, but I wasn't really getting a feel for it. So what I've decided is, because that was kind of a sort of survival let's play anyway, that I would just end up merging that all in with the survival that I intend to do in the future. I'm very, very worried about how slow it goes around there, but at least it does. So let's have a look at our test results. Well, excitement rating is a 6.4, which is good. Looks like a few people are going to throw up, but I think this could actually work. I'm going to give it some really random music because, hey, why not? Colours of the queue. We could change the colours of the ride, but that's not something that's too important at the moment. Right, now we spend a lot of money on this, and the other roller coaster is like £6.50 to get on. This is the new one, so it's got to be expensive. We are going to put in our path, which does mean taking out some of the ride support. So I've not put that in a very good place, have I? Let's go around the outside. No. Okay. Actually, this could work if we just go... Am I even putting in a queue? No. This is probably why it's not been a terribly good idea. Let us get rid of that, hopefully without getting rid of most of the coaster. There we go. So we will put our entrance to our coaster here. That's fine, that connects up. And we also need an exit point as well. So hopefully, let's turn the camera around because it's a little bit tricky. Oh, didn't think that through, did I? Doesn't actually allow me to connect up because I can't move those. Not a problem, that can be fixed. All you need to do for that is go to this option here that allows you to choose an entrance and choose an exit, so we can actually now move the exit and pop it on the other side. I don't mind if people have to walk a little bit to get back to the rest of the park, but at least now we've got the space to bring this back out and got to be careful because we've got this massive hole in the ground. Can we go around it? No. This is one of those things where you think, oh, great, it all works, and then you realise that something's gone horribly wrong. In fact, we'll keep it going this way. We'll go right the way through the park here. I'm still stuck because we have the... Oh, we can build a bridge, can't we? Over part of it, at least. There we go, that works. And then people get to stand here right under this bridge while the coaster comes down. I'm happy with that. Let's get that coaster open. Let's start making some money on it. We have passed the apprentice level, so brilliant. We've already completed the bronze. Total monthly ride income of £500, which we have already beaten. So to get silver, all we have to do now is repay the loan. That's actually quite... What is the loan? I've not even looked. The loan is only 1,000, so I could literally just do that. Now we've done silver as well. Brilliant. Okay, so we've got no money. We're almost bankrupt, but we have completed bronze and silver already. It's only taken half an hour. Wow. Total monthly ride income is over £700, so we've already got the achievement for that. All we need to do now is have 3 coasters with a minimum excitement of 4. Well, we know we've got 2 coasters with a minimum excitement of 4, and 3 coasters with a minimum length of 370 meters. Let's just have a look at the one that I've built, because I cannot actually remember the length, to be honest. Where is it? Speed results, ride length 500 meters. Yeah, easy. 500 meters in a minute. So, brilliant. I think what we're going to have to do as well... is it getting people on? Yeah, it's just because it's around the other side of the park. It takes it a little bit of time for people to get there. Oh, wow. This box is ticked. High quality lubricants are used on this coaster, resulting in a reduction in friction and a small increase in running costs. I am going to do that, because hopefully then it won't get stuck quite so much when it hits this corner here. What have we got? Number of circuits, 1. Well, we could give it 2 circuits. It's only a minute long, and it's not like it's getting massive queues. Let's give something back to the people. Colours of the track. Let's make it a little bit more exciting than it is. Actually, quite like the dark colour there. What's the... oh, that's the supports, isn't it, that colour? So let us go with a red for the supports. That's quite nice. Red and black always works quite well together. Tunnel lights. We don't really have tunnels. Doesn't really matter. Let's just close that. Is it going to get round that awkward bend? Seems a lot faster now, of course. This is where it was slowing down. There we go. And they get 2 laps, so they get to go around again. So the fact that we're now using low friction means that it will actually move around the track faster anyway. It's probably actually increased the nausea rating, to be honest, which may not necessarily have been a good thing. But, you know, who cares? As long as it keeps going. I'm quite happy with that. It's not very often that you can put a roller coaster together on the first attempt and actually have it work where the carriage gets all the way round. Very often you find you've got to a bit where it just gets stuck because it doesn't have enough momentum to carry it up an incline, or sometimes you have too much momentum and it just constantly breaks down, or people just start being terribly sick and stuff like that. What I am probably going to have to do is put a few benches and toilets and things on the exit. Also, we need to put shops and things like that in there, but I don't see much point as I'm just trying to complete this scenario. I mean, I could literally just slap another coaster in. All I need to do is gain enough money to build another roller coaster, and that is this scenario done. So I guess it means that I will have to put a few shops and facilities in just to keep the park, you know, profitable. But yeah, there's a lot of people being sick. So what I'll do on the next video, next time I come back to this, I'll put some stalls and some shops in. I'll also put some benches and toilets and some more handymen in. Always a good idea to do that on a ride that has high nausea, because people will come straight off and just throw up all over the path. So, there we go. So I've waffled on for long enough. Once again, a big thank you to all you guys who have been supporting me over the last year, all you guys who have subscribed, and all of you guys who may not have subscribed but watch my videos with any regularity. A big thank you to you all. It's been an amazing experience. Not sure what my next big milestone is going to be. Probably 200,000 views before I get to 3,000 subscribers, unless anything significant happens in the meantime, in which case I will put out another video. But I do enjoy playing Roller Coaster Tycoon, and I don't want to get to a point where I am putting out a video for every arbitrary milestone. So I might just pick this game up every now and then and just play it randomly, even if I haven't hit a milestone, because it's a fun thing to do. Also, it's a nice bit of background video if I just want to do a bit of a vlog and an update about the channel. As always, feedback and suggestions are always welcome, so either leave me a comment or send me a message, and I always listen to what you guys say. Doesn't necessarily mean to say that I'm going to pay any attention to it, but I do read through the comments and the messages. I do get asked by a lot of people to do a lot of different things, and while some of them are great suggestions and I do give them some thought, I just simply don't necessarily have the time and resources to do everything that's suggested, even some of the things that I would like to do. But don't let that stop you getting in touch with me. It's always great to hear from my viewers. So once again, thanks again, and I'll see you on the next milestone. Goodbye for now.